Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Boy, do I have a treat for you today. I have this. Yes, it's a wooden box, plain old wooden box. It's really cool. No, this is something incredible. I have been eyeballing this thing since the day I found out about it, and I finally have one. Let's see what it is. Before I open this, hey, if you like my videos, please like, subscribe. I have a Patreon account if you feel like really supporting me. Check out the product links in the videos, descriptions. Those really help out the channel, and it would really help me out. I'd appreciate it. All right, I have this. This is the Diatone Exorcist. Ever since I saw this frame, I have been just drooling over this thing, and I finally got one. The way you see it packaged, this is how it comes. This quilted lined box. I mean, the attention to detail that goes into this thing is incredible, but I kind of expect it for the price because this thing is really expensive. Let's take a look at the frame. So this is a molded carbon fiber frame. This is a hand-built quad frame from Diatone. They call it the GTX frame or the Exorcist frame. And I gotta tell you, I mean, it looks extremely strange compared to what we're used to seeing. All our frames we have now, they're just a flat sheet of carbon fiber stock with a frame cut out of it. This is like three-dimensional molded carbon fiber. This thing is rock solid. Like I can get zero flex out of this frame in any direction. Normal carbon fiber frame, they have flex in some direction. There's got to be flex. This thing is like a chunk of granite, but yet it's still ultra light. Aluminum canopy, aluminum parts all over this thing. It is a true work of art. I work in the aviation field, and this feels like a carbon fiber built piece for an aircraft. It is absolutely amazing. Let's get this over here, pull this little box out of here, and take a closer look. So the frame is made out of Tory carbon fiber. I did a little research, and it turns out I believe Tory carbon fiber, Tory is just a brand of carbon fiber. The cage is all aluminum, 775 aluminum. It's about 215 millimeters from corner to corner, and the product listing says it's a 20 by 20 stack only. We'll take a closer look at that. And it'll hold a 19 mil camera, and it says it weighs approximately 92 grams. So I got my scales out here. Let's see, zero it out. And it weighs 102 grams. So, must be their weight must be not including some of the aluminum stuff. Let's compare it to like a Floss 3. That's 73 grams. So it's a bit heavier than, you know, the normal race frames that are out there. But it is very different. Very different profile to the entire thing. It is just beautiful. So in the box, in the crate, came a separate little box with some accessories. So let's go ahead and take a look, see what we get in here. We get a whole bunch of bags of screws. We got some M3 by 9, 13, 7, 10, and we get some 2 by 5 screws. These look like extra side plates for the camera cage. Some 2 by 5 by 3.5 screws. We get some nylon spacers, more screws, more little washers. I don't really know what those are for. And some more spacers. We get 2 Diatone branded battery straps. These are both, let's see how long these are. They both are different lengths. So we've got a 190 millimeter and a 250 millimeter battery strap. Not the greatest battery straps in the world. They look like they're pretty durable. They're definitely, if they're not leather, they're pretty good imitation. There's no rubberized coating to them. And we also have this funky looking little adapter thing here. All the screws, Diatone includes some really neat looking hardware. Let's see if I can get a good close up on this. So all of their hardware has these chamfered edges on it, which is, I mean, it's a touch I've not seen any other manufacturer do. And it really does kind of make a really neat looking profile. It's something very different from everybody else. So lots of screws, lots of hardware. We do have this adapter plate here, which I believe is a 20 by 20 spacing, probably for building up your stack. And it looks like it probably attaches there. On top of this lower plate, which I'm kind of curious what size that is. So here I have a traditional 30 by 30 size flight controller. Pay no attention to the fact that this one is really screwed up. There's just a spare piece of junk I got laying around. And it appears that that bottom plate is the same size. So I am pretty confident that you can build a traditional 30 by 30 stack, or you can do a 20 by 20, whichever one you want. I know their product listing says 20 by 20 only, but I believe that that's probably a typo. So if you wanted to do a 20 by 20, it does come with this adapter. Boy, I have plenty of junk flight controllers laying around, and that adapter fits a 20 by 20 stack. So, no need to worry about having to switch everything over to by 20 by 20. Yep, I am 100% confident that you can build this up as a 30 by 30 stack. Pretty darn cool. Although the only trick to building that up is going to be, how are you going to attach the stack? You'll have to run screws from the top of the stack to nuts underneath this adapter plate, because I don't... You know what? Let's go ahead and get this all off of here, and we'll take a closer look at how this thing is assembled. Okay, so it looks like all those little washers that were in that bag are for your screws where they contact the carbon fiber. And I've seen this in the aviation industry where you protect from, I believe it's called galvanic corrosion, where you have different pH level materials touching each other, and it'll help prevent corrosion and oxidation. So there's the top cage. It has this little clamp back here. That's for a like a lollipop antenna, so the coax cable will come out through there. You tighten it down and it just kind of holds it up off the top. Really neat idea, way to keep it nice and light. And so yeah, you could very well build up a 30 by 30 stack with this. Just run screws up through here, get your stack built up, then you can reattach it to your base plate like so, and then you have your complete setup. So yeah, pretty sure 30 by 30 is gonna work. So here now we have just the base frame. Let's see how much this weighs. So that's 74 grams. Just the frame, 74 grams. The top cage is 19 grams, and the adapter is another 7, plus a little bit for the hardware. So pretty light for what it is. It's very thick, and like I said before, like this thing is just incredibly stiff and strong. Like I could probably, I'm not going to do it, but I could probably stand on this thing and it would be just fine. So that brings me to a question of, what is this frame for? It's not as light as like a floss frame, like a tried and true racer. Most racing frames, you know, they have quickly replaceable arms, so if you crash, you can get back up and go. This thing, you crash, you break an arm, it's done. Break an arm, quad's done. Which I know a lot of people are saying, well, I mean, why would you get this frame if you're going to crash it? It'll break, and you're done because you can't replace the arm. But I mean, that goes for any unibody frame. So that's kind of I get the point, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. Yes, this frame is very expensive compared to most frames, but it is very different compared to most frames. I am curious how this is going to hold up. I do plan on building this, and I do plan on flying it. This is not going to be a wall, I don't know, what would you call it? Instead of a trailer queen, wall art? I don't know what to call it. Let me know what you think we should call instead of being a trailer queen for a quad world. But as far as for like a acro quad, yeah, it'd probably be a good acro quad, but there's really no good way to carry a GoPro on it. I'm sure you could print a bunch of garbage out of TPU and throw it on there and go out and fly it. But yeah, I'm having a hard time figuring out like what role does this fill, except for the fact that it's just maybe it's just to show off the technology or their ability to make a frame out of something different than our traditional sheets of carbon fiber. But anyways, so I do plan on building this up. I have some parts in mind, but it's going to kind of be not quite set on what I want to put on this. What would you like to see on this? What kind of motors, ESC, flight controller, camera, all that stuff? What kind of stuff would you guys go for? And I know, there's people out there that think that the highest dollar item is the best, and that in this hobby, that is just absolutely not true. There are some very low dollar things that are very good. Take, well, actually, these aren't really low dollar anymore. These Racer Star motors are pretty high dollar, and they're extremely good motors. Maybe I'll put these on there. Kind of interesting looking motor. What do you guys think? Think I should throw some Racer Stars on here? Or would that be kind of blasphemous? Put a Racer Star motor on a premium frame. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Put it down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And, well, that's about it for this guy. I'm going to put it all back together and do some thinking. Think about what I want to put in this. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking this out. I'm really excited about this frame. Let me know what you think. Check out the links below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.